It's the weekend, and you know what that means?
Nothing. It means nothing to me.
I'm going to Bowser's house to do some pimpifications with the Jeep. One in particular, one small, tiny change. Going there to rearrange some cables. And I can't hold this and drive because I have a manual, so I'll record once I get there. You're expecting a camera in your face this morning?
Not precisely. We have some new hotness in the garage we're building.
Well, let's take a look at it really quick.
So I'm currently welding the engine back together. Long story short, you have to weld parts of the engine to make sure that it doesn't completely fall apart. And once we do that, we should be able to see if it actually runs. We bought it not knowing if it
Oh, you don't know if it even works?
It was only $500, so
Okay.
can't really go wrong.
No, you can't. My first car was a $300 Oldsmobile. This isn't much more, and if this thing runs, I'm sure it'd be faster and better than mine ever was. So
I forgot about that thing.
yeah, that's how I like it.
Yeah,
Forgotten.
Probably for the best. So what are we doing?
Well, it's something that I'm completely capable of doing on my own. It's more time consuming than difficult.
Yeah.
So you know my underglow LEDs?
Yes.
Well, they are not tucked away very well, and it's another thing. The module I use to control them, for some reason I decided to put underneath the passenger seat instead of the driver's seat, so every time I need to control I have to walk around.
Oh.
But also you'll see that, I don't know how this happened, but bunches of cabling just decided to get zip tied underneath instead of tucked inside there like it's supposed to be. It's going to involve a lot of laying down underneath the Jeep.
Cool. Doesn't sound too bad.
It's, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad at all, but it's just something we're putting out because, you know, running cables sucks.
Yeah.
I go in there and just start unplugging stuff, and then I'll see if it's possible to do them inside of the Jeep and
Try and kind of bunch stuff up a little bit neater.
well, I just gotta get it out, I guess, because it obviously can't stay where it is.
Yeah.
So Reed and I discussed what we're trying to do, and we're just gonna be poking at these wires, trying to get these ugly loose bundles out of the way, and we'll just fast forward through all of that. When you walk up to this side, it's absolutely atrocious. It's like, why are all these cables hanging out the bottom? And I worry about if I go off-road that it's gonna get snagged, ripped out, and boom, dead. Anyway, so we decided that instead of trying to redo all of this work and move the hub from the passenger side to the driver's side where it's easier to get to, we're just gonna neaten up these cables because that's too much work. It works just fine, it's just that it looks bad and it's not dangerous, but kind of a problem. Oh, I'm losing a lot of light because you're zip tying over the LED on the very end.
Oh no.
Losing that much light. Oh my gosh. All right, so I know you can't see much down here, but what we're doing is we're just zip tying the two loose ones. There's only two that are loose. And then we're gonna start tucking them away. And then all of this excess that's like hanging down here that was bunched up and hanging right here for some reason, we're gonna pull that up back inside the Jeep, but the rest of there's some other bunches, and that's just easy. I just don't know why this wasn't done in the first place. They replaced these two, and they just went like, no, this is good, just bunch it up and leave it right there. Wiring sucks. No one wants to do it.
Everyone's scared by wiring.
I tie cables together, and I make them look good.
My God, I've been searching.
You're exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh God.
That is nice.
They're nice.
Can't even tell that was hanging down underneath the Jeep and being ugly this whole time.
Doesn't even look dirty.
Some off-roading that somehow got all these reeds stuck in the metal. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know, man. It looks like cannabis. Speaking of that, you know what we found in that car?
What? A nest? A nest?
No.
Oh, what?
No, weed.
I should have guessed that.
It was just like littered with weed crumbles like all over the place. Like great.
Was the weed worth more than the actual car? He wants you.
Yes, I love you. Yes, yes.
That's him wanting a hug.
You want a hug?
Yes. Yeah. All right, thanks, man.
See you later, dude.
I'll see ya. Well, I know this wasn't a big deal, but I had to get down and I wanted to record it, so hope you guys liked it. Going home, working on Moto Monday. Another excuses. I ended last week's whatever Wednesday by the Jeep like this, so I'm not gonna end it this way. I'll end it over here so you can look at the back side of the Jeep and also get Ronan. Ronan, come here. Come on, buddy. Stop. Stay. Good boy. All right. Thanks, guys.